You're still with Indonesia Highlights in our special Idul Fitri episode. Idul Fitri festivity is celebrated by Muslims across the globe, and we will now talk with Septian Adinegara, an English educator who lives in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. Good morning, Septian. Happy Idul Fitri from Jakarta.
Yes, good morning. Happy Idul Fitri too.
Right. Can you share a little bit about the festivities there in Vietnam?
As you know that most Vietnamese are not celebrating Ramadan and Idul Fitri. I don't know. Yes, of course. Yeah, because Muslim here is less than 1%, and so the presence of Ramadan or Idul Fitri, you don't really feel it strongly here, and it's quite modest. And actually, there are like 5 or 6 mosques around, and you just can feel the presence of Idul Fitri or Ramadan or just around the mosque, basically like that.
Do you yourself still celebrate Idul Fitri over there?
Yes, but we just we just usually go to the mosque and then we pray, and then after that we just go back to work. It's just something normal like that. There's nothing really special about it.
All right. What about fasting, however? Do you still conduct fasting during the Ramadan month?
Yeah, of course, absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Could you share with us a little bit about that experience?
During this break, during this Ramadan, actually, we still work just like usual, and normally we just I'm a teacher, so I teach in the classroom, and I usually step out around like 5 minutes break, and just for breakfasting, and suddenly just it becomes familiar with all the students, and even they are so kind to me during this Ramadan. They just brought me some food for breakfasting, and and we also had like breakfasting together with the students, which is they are actually in Vietnam actually.
Do you have any special food or drink that you prepare for iftar or fast breaking?
Oh, well, actually, we don't have kolak, but actually we have Vietnamese sweet soup. So there are times like, yeah, it's a Vietnamese sweet soup. It looks like kolak, but it's a bit different.
Well,
and maybe I can show you something. I don't know, it's like this cake. It's kind of sweet. They call it bun cơm sữa, so it means like the cake, milk. I don't know, it's rice, milk cake. I don't know how actually, I know in Indonesia we have this or not.
Yeah, I do.
And also they have something like this is no kurma, so we have, I don't know, how do you call this thing? It's just like they call it banre, and it's sweet. It's made of dried cassava. I know they grate it somehow. Something like that. So these are two familiar cakes that I usually eat during Ramadan for breakfasting. Yeah.
Interesting.
For starter food.
All right, I'll have to see if they sell some of those around here. Do you have any message to share for your fellow Muslims in Jakarta or other foreign countries?
I would say let us be tolerant towards diversities, as shown actually by my non-Muslim students here in Vietnam, which they are very kind and actually understanding during Ramadan with us here. So I hope that the same thing can happen in Indonesia or Jakarta.
Septian Adinegara, thank you so much for joining us on Indonesia Highlights.
Yes, you're welcome.
Have a happy Idul Fitri. We also have interesting stories from Oktaviani Marvikasari about her experiences of spending Ramadan fasting in Kiev, Ukraine, as also previous Ramadan and Idul Fitri experiences.
We moved to Bangkok a few months ago, Bangkok, and the fasting experience in Bangkok was a lot nicer because we have this big Indonesian community and Indonesian embassy in how find days for any kind of activities. And I think I remember like almost every week they organize iftar together, breaking fast together, and then invited us. And then um, one of the week, um, I uh, I did like a little workshop about how to use social media wisely, and it was organized by the Indonesian embassy in Bangkok. So um, it was nice in Bangkok, and I had so many Indonesian friends, and they always had activity, and um, once we managed to go to the mosque together and did the tarawih together and broke the fast together, and then um, at day, um, because Indonesian embassy in Bangkok is huge, uh, and we have a football area, so the prayer was organized by embassy there, and then after that, like an hour later, like 10 a.m., the ambassador uh, held like halal bi halal, so uh, lots of Indonesian came, and we enjoyed lontong, uh, opor ayam, everything. It felt like being in Indonesia while you were in the. So it was really nice, and I think Bangkok um, was the most memorable experience having Ramadan overseas, because I had my Indonesian friends, and at that time, the Indonesian ambassador Pak Lutfi was very, very kind enough, very, very kind and generous to invite all Indonesian to his place. So and now in Kiev, Ukraine, there's a huge difference in culture. Being in Asia and being in Eastern Europe, it's just so different. The people's different, culture's different, the weather is different, and now the sun rise around like 4:30, almost 5, I guess, and then it goes down around like 9:30. So it's a long fasting. And I heard from some Indonesian here, they are actually following the Indonesian time. And like, I thought like, wow, that's cheating. But hey, I cannot judge. And I think there's some people do that. Some people following the time in Mecca because it's the nearest one. So it's just difficult, fasting like more than 20 hours a day. It's just so hard. So this is my first Ramadan in Kiev, and what I miss so much, because the mosque is far away from my apartment, and the Indonesian community is small.
After the break, more interesting dialogue on Indonesia highlights.